Bethany, hi, Jim Delapine here. Let me just adjust my microphone. I'm probably screaming in your ear. I want to give you some video feedback on your character here. So, what did I do here? I'm sorry. Let me show the background again. So, what you have here, actually, I have two things. What is this? What is this? Oh, I see. You have something else up here. Gotcha. Okay, so, what's going on here? So, you've got this, so you got that. All right, well, let's just get rid of that corner piece there, which is interesting, but I'm going to work with this here. There's basically your character is just floating. It's kind of meaningless. So we want to place your character in an environment, okay, not just have a background. Okay, so I'm going to take this image here and I'm going to scale this. All right, so Control T after I select the layer, Control T. And actually, instead of scaling, let me drag this straight up. Okay, like this. All right, to right about there. And then I will then duplicate this. So Control J will duplicate an image as long as there's no selection. Then I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and Flip Vertical. So it's upside down. All right, then I'm going to click and drag this down. As I'm dragging, I'm holding down the Shift key code so it comes straight down. All right, and I'm going to have it meet here. Okay, right here. All right, so let me zoom back out a little bit. Then I'm going to put the perspective option on here. So go to Edit, Transform, Perspective. Okay, so note that this is in the bottom layer here. Okay, the bottom part. So you can't see the bounding box, it's beyond the viewing area, so hit Control 0 and then click the bottom left or right corner and pull that out. And let's see, so now it's kind of distorting and basically making a mirror image. It's not as effective with this one, but I'm going to pull this all the way out. Alright, so then I'll hit enter. Alright, it actually looks a little weird. It doesn't work as well with this particular image here, but at least you'll be able to see that there'll be a floor. Then I'm going to take this background copy. Now note that I sent out an email requesting adjustment layers. So here's one area you can do this. So with the background copy active, I'm going to click on the adjustment layer icon and select levels. And then with the levels active, I'm going to I can make this slightly darker. But note what's happening here. It's affecting all of the underlying layers. It's affecting this background layer too. So I want to make it a clipping mask, which is what you require to do. So Alt click in between the two layers, in between the adjustment layer and the background copy layer, and it'll attach to that underlying layer. So now you have the semblance of a floor. Okay. So now I'm going to click the shadow layer above that and scroll all the way up to the top. And shift click to select the straw necklace. Right? So now everything is selected except for these forest things up here. All right, so we'll leave those as is for now. And now I'm going to simply move this down. I want to center this more and place this on the bottom here so it's more on the floor. All right, and then I'll hit, and then I won't hit anything. So now you want to center Fantasia. So I'll click that. As long as I click the text, that Fantasia on the top here, as long as I have the auto select checked, that means when I click and drag it, it will move in position. But you also have to have the text with it. So shift click that, and now I can move this. So you want to basically center it. The problem is it's hard to see because of this background. And now what I'll do is I'll scale this up. So Control T. Oh, wait a second. Hit cancel. Let me just select the text and hit Control T. You want this bigger. Alright, so I don't have those fonts, it's all right. So I'm going to hit, as I'm clicking on the corner and dragging upward, I'm holding in the Shift key and the Alt key. Oh, the Alt key's not working, why not? Oh, it is working. Something's going on here. Let me just undo this. Alright, so any corner, click, start dragging, hold down Shift. That should constrain, which it does. Now it's working for some strange reason. So I'm just going to scale this up a bit. All right. So I'll hit Enter. All right, and there. All right. So So now, if you zoom in, you see this here, so that's more centered. Now, obviously, Fantasia furniture, actually the furniture fairy, this will have to come down a little bit. We'll work with that later. Maybe scale that up a little bit. But your shadow's wrong here. I forget if it was this that required the shadow or the next one, but see the shadow here? It's not a shadow yet, but you have to kind of bring it down so that it's throwing it across the floor, so to speak. So if I hit Control T with the shadow layer active, what's going on here? Control T, okay. Then I'm going to hold down the Control key and click in the middle top bounding box and just pull that bounding box down, and that stretches it across. All right, so now you have more of a shadow. All right, although it's a little up here, it's a little weird. So yeah, it's because of the nature of your image. So we'll keep it right there. There, it's off the floor. Okay. Okay. So now what I want you to do is put that shadow layer into multiply mode. All right, that's a true shadow. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop there. I hope that helped. Take care.